a flower grown in my homeland.
She was ready to go, but now she's cherishing that moment.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
I am here, but I wasn't expecting this.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is my beautiful wife, Montana.
And today we're going to be reacting to Season 1, Episode 2 of Frieren Beyond Journey's End, It Didn't Have to Be Magic. I'm excited. I mean, I really liked Episode 1, and if it doesn't get sad and scary, that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm also very curious to see how someone with such a long lifespan would go about teaching.
For now, if you're excited for this episode of Frieren, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe down below for episodes coming every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see the next 11 episodes ahead right now, they're all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length forms. Are we excited for episode 2 of Frieren?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
Long-range magic is a fickle thing and rather difficult to master. Success requires a combination of 3 key factors that are essential to all mages. There's the amount of mana utilized, the strength at which it's fired, and the level of control you have over it. But you know that much, correct?
Yes.
Earlier, your magic dissipated before it reached its target.
Frieren's voice.
You like it?
Do you like it?
I do like it.
It's pretty hot.
It's a nice voice.
She just has a very nice voice.
Yes.
The strength at which it's fired, and the level of control you have over it. But you know that much, correct?
Yes.
It's like a pressure washer.
Earlier, your magic dissipated before it reached its target. That tells me your levels of mana and your firing strength are both lacking. These are not issues that one can fix overnight. Regardless of your talent, such skills will take years to master. That said, the level of control you have over your magic is very high. That's the area where most people tend to struggle, but you're already exhibiting great strength there. My advice is to be patient with yourself.
All right.
Gorgeous
I just
salmon.
figured out an idea for what the plot's gonna be. Dude, what if like now with this newfound love for newfound wanting to understand humanity, she finds like new members of her new crew that are like younger as her, she can be their teacher, and then she'll have a new adventure with them, but appreciate it way more.
Totally.
Because she has a newfound perspective.
Yeah.
Like maybe this kid is we're gonna get a time jump, because this show I feel like is gonna time jump 1 billion times, which I really like to show the lifespan maybe, and maybe we're gonna see them like grow up and be a part of her squad or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a cool idea for a plot.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Reminds me of that girl on TikTok who fosters dogs.
It reminds me of yeah, totally.
Where she's like 2 weeks of their life, but
yeah.
she writes books about them.
Yeah, or like I feel like this reminds me a little bit of the genre of isekai, which is about reincarnation. Like this is reincarnating her squad almost.
Totally.
Yeah, but animation's also just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So he's getting older. He's just not like Himmel died and he's still fine, and he was older than him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's getting older. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he seems good for now. Maybe I was just wrong.
Is Fern's training coming along smoothly?
In a short 4 years, she's learned more than most do in 10. I don't feel this is a good thing. She is studying too hard.
Perhaps. Nothing seems to pull her out of the woods. Even so, I'm glad she's found something she loves.
Regardless, she's still a long way from becoming a proper mage. I'll have deciphered the grimoire before she reaches that status.
Is that so?
You know, Heiter, the odds this text contains anything pertaining to...
The colors in her eye are so cool. Oh.
Heiter?
They were, but did he just die?
You can wipe that look of pity off your face. I consider the fact I stayed on my feet for so long a minor miracle.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Mm-hmm.
I will try to be quick with my work.
Thank you, my friend.
Okay, so he's just getting older.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
Fern, I need
Dang.
you with Heiter. He collapsed. Put your training on hold.
But I still
She's kinda
haven't
locked
shot through
in.
the boulder.
I have no doubt you'll achieve it eventually. Right now, we
Cannot be eventually. When eventually
Yes, it can.
comes, Master Hitter will have passed away. That man saved my life, you know.
So just a destroyed landscape. Must have died from a war.
Wow.
Lost her family.
Poor
Throwing
kid.
away your life
Oh,
now
she was about
would
to
be an
jump.
utter
Oh.
waste.
A waste, mister.
Wow.
A long time ago, I lost someone too. He was a dear companion whom I cherished very much. His heart was made of gold and his nerves made of steel. He would sooner sacrifice his life than abandon someone in need. If he was still here, and I was the one 6 feet below, more innocent lives could have been saved. Since I'm not the type for
Damn.
such selflessness, I planned to live out the rest of my days quietly. But before I could hole up for good, I realized something. If I sat and died in silence, all I learned about friendship, strength of will, and courage, all the precious memories we had made, they would vanish like they had never been. If there is even one precious memory tucked within the walls of your mind, then I think it would be a waste for you to die.
If there's one good
Master
memory.
Hitter fears dying now more than ever, because it means I'll be alone. I have to show him he did the right thing back then. Saving my life can't be his final regret. I don't care if it's as a mage or whatever else. Learning some kind of skill to support myself is my way of repaying him. He's the reason I'm here, and I need him to know I'll be all right when he's gone.
Do you remember everything that I've taught you so far?
Yes.
Good. Then do as you like.
Okay, so Frieren's gonna take care of him, I guess.
She only had one bird before.
She's advancing. Whoa. Love the music.
It is really cool. I feel like he would rather have company while he's dying than know that she's like training super hard. Oh shit.
Whoa.
Did it work?
Did we get it?
There weren't any spells for bringing back the dead or granting immortality.
Worth the try.
Did you know that?
An immeasurable fear of death lives within us all. If such spells did exist, Avig most surely would have cast them on himself.
Okay, maybe he's just
Why
afraid to
bother?
die.
How's Fern? Is she growing strong?
She has room to improve in some areas, but it wouldn't be incorrect to call her a proper mage.
Excellent. So she made it in time. It'll be hard for
Maged
you to say she'll
it
get in your
in
way.
time.
Now won't it?
Oh, that's what
Will
you...
bring her with
Gotcha.
you and strengthen her skills.
Forgive me, Heiter, but I must draw a line. She would only get in my way. You deceived me, didn't you?
That was the whole reason. Oh, to pass her on to her.
Payment for
Oh.
decrypting the grimoire is in the desk. I must ask you to leave this place tonight.
For what reason?
I'm sure you can see that I'm not much longer for this world. At such a
Like
young
today?
age, that child has already experienced more than enough loss to last the rest of her lifetime. Please take care of Fern for me.
No point in feigning courage again. Not now. She has been ready to say goodbye to you for a long while. Your only focus before you die should be giving her a proper farewell and making as many memories as you can.
That's what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, Frieren. You really are a kind girl.
So she's...
Gorgeous flowers.
Wow.
So, why did you save Fern?
Because that is what Himmel the hero would have done.
His impact's lasting past his death.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a big theme here.
Legacy.
Yeah.
A good
She has
guiding
a
Did she have a
voice.
sprout?
Oh,
Perhaps I'll listen as well.
All right.
what did she say exactly?
A good guiding voice.
But she did
Perhaps
it.
I'll
That's
listen as
sick.
well.
Bird motif flying by. So he died too. Okay, we were just noticing nothing.
Shocker.
I really can't thank
Us
you enough.
overanalyzing?
Without your help and guidance, I couldn't have repaid Master Heiter.
Then you should be thanking him for deceiving me. So long, corrupt priest.
Oh wow, she's like really pouring one out.
He would want
Well,
that.
shall we be off?
Not just one drink for him.
Okay. Cutie. Oh.
Oh. Wait, a squirrel and a pumpkin.
We quite literally just saw the live action version of this.
We had pumpkins on our porch and squirrels eating the seeds out of our pumpkins. Oh. That's quite the magical harvest.
I mean, God, harvesting with
Stop there,
teleportation,
Fern.
or, sorry,
That's plenty.
telekinesis would be
So
nice.
much better.
Thank you kindly for your help. As for your payment, take this.
We've been doing such simple work lately.
Thus is the nature of adventuring.
What did we get
Gotta
paid
make
in
the money.
this time?
More folk magic. It's a spell that produces warm
Oh,
tea.
magic.
We'll have to try this
Oh.
out later.
Yum.
The other day we learned a spell that cleans rust from bronze statues. And before that, there was the one for turning
Does
sweet
bronze
grapes
rust?
sour.
Doesn't matter.
Wait, make grapes a little more sour?
One for turning sweet grapes sour.
Hmm.
You keep collecting the strangest spells.
That is my hobby.
It sounds to me like you really do love magic, Mistress Frieren.
Only somewhat. The same as you.
Just not
I
obsessed with it, I
feel
guess.
a bit different.
We're the same.
You're absolutely sure you wouldn't mind doing me a
Interesting.
favor? As an herbalist, I can't say I have any spells to teach you in return.
That's all right. Any information we can learn on local flora is helpful enough.
There he is.
A
Himmel.
statue of Himmel the hero.
The poor boy is in terrible shape. I would clean him myself, but it's too much for one old lady. And I can't convince the other villagers to care.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
the heck?
Oh, Himmel saved them back then. That's why they made a
Okay.
statue. Gotta be. Oh. Was that like the Demon King that they defeated? Sick.
Very cool.
When the village was attacked by a vicious monster, the brave Mr. Himmel fought with all his might to defend us. Such a hero should
Oh,
be revered, not left to
That's
crumble.
her.
All right.
Perhaps. But not in Himmel's case. It's only fair that he pays for his pride. When the villagers offered to make a statue of him, he should have humbly declined.
How is this? You don't think it's too handsome?
I love her.
He spent 18 hours choosing the pose, driving
Come
the poor
on.
sculptor mad. All of that
That's
debate,
funny.
and they settled on something ridiculously ordinary.
I've never heard that before. Come to think of it, there was an elven mage in the hero's party, wasn't there?
So, shall we clean him up?
All right.
She recognizes her.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you
She seemed
so
to like
much.
that.
Magic is an incredible thing. There isn't a speck of rust anywhere in sight.
That's a Celsius learned.
I do wish there was a bit more color around here, though. I'll have to plant some flowers soon.
We could do that. You have the spell that produces flowers, don't you?
Yes, indeed. I suppose I could conjure something.
Very cool.
Oh, what did he say to her?
Does he like flowers?
My thought is that maybe he said sometimes there's value to doing things rather than having magic do it or something. I don't know.
No, blue moon weed flowers would be best.
Or maybe it was just his favorite.
What do they look like?
I don't know.
You could be
never
right.
Seen them.
Then why
A
those?
weed flower?
Because they grow in Himmel's hometown.
Ah.
You can't conjure flowers you haven't seen before.
Guess we gotta go find him.
Blue moon weed. Haven't heard that name in years.
I literally
Long
just bought
ago,
some blue moon
A
weed.
beautiful lush field of them
That's
used to grow
crazy.
right outside my house.
So they don't grow here anymore?
Seems they died off on us. It's been several decades now since they were last spotted in these lands.
Ah. Fern, let's go.
Coming.
What'd you do with those squirrels?
You're hiding something. Whatever it is, I won't be upset.
It's literally you.
Found friends, did you? I believe they're seed rats.
Something you would
Take them
do.
outside.
Can we keep them?
Well, Fern, shall our moonweed quest commence?
Are you joking, mistress?
Oh, they're gonna go on a
Why
little
would
quest.
be?
I love
She
it.
said there was a field of them right here.
Decades ago.
If we're able to find and analyze them, we can conjure blue moon weed wherever we like.
You're
That'd be
doing
pretty
this for
cool.
Himmel's
Hell
sake?
yeah.
Oh no. I believe I'm doing it for my own.
Oh.
Oh, just a big guy.
Perfect.
Looks awfully a lot like it. An awful lot like it.
What?
Not quite.
Damn. You good?
Mistress Frieren, we've scoured these woods for 6 months. I don't think we're going to find it.
You're right. Perhaps it's time we broaden the radius of our quest.
Not abandon it. She wanted to leave.
Oh, I don't often see you on your own. It's been quite a while since you two first arrived in this village. So, have you found any blue moon weed?
Is our search a lost cause? She's so quick to fixate on anything relating to magic. By the looks of it, she's going to continue this hunt for years, if not decades.
Oh
Even her
yeah.
strength as a
It
mage,
doesn't
she has
matter
the
to
power
her.
to save whole cities of people. She shouldn't spend her time looking for something so tiny, something that may not exist.
You're so young, child.
Is that simply a polite way of saying you think I'm wrong?
No, I don't disagree with you. But you see, Miss Frieren likely views things differently than you and me. And because she's so much more mature than us, I'm sure she'd understand your feelings. If you say how you feel with an open heart, I've no doubt she'll take it well.
Wonder what that is.
Yeah.
Interesting. A little smirk.
The seeds of a related species she kept for their medicinal properties. Would it be alright if we planted these around Himmel's statue instead?
I hear you, Fern. And I see I've made you worry. The time I spend isn't solely my own anymore. We should go. I promise that I'll end my search soon.
Soon.
But
Mistress,
not yet.
How many years is soon?
Soon enough.
Please no. That's not comforting coming.
He's be-
Perfect.
Shall we see where it's heading?
Is it gonna take it somewhere important?
No, I think we're just fucking around.
Well, maybe if it likes that kind of seed, maybe it's eaten it before. You know? Maybe not. That's a little stretch.
Far-fetched.
This is just gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Like the character animation, just like the little moments are pretty
I've been wanting
amazing.
to ask, why do you collect spells in the first place?
It's just a hobby of mine.
That's quite hard to believe.
It's a hobby, and a good one. I used to go through my life much more apathetically before finding it.
Wow.
Cool.
Gross. But then came a fool who praised me for the magic I acquired. The rest is history.
That's a pretty silly reason.
I agree.
But it means something to her. Like maybe Himmel was like, enjoy the small things because you're growing old so like slowly.
Yeah?
Yeah, this does seem like enjoying a small thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing of huge consequence, but it meant a lot to them in that moment.
But that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that...
A flower petal.
Oh!
They say seed rats store their food by burying it in safe places away from their enemies. Clever
Oh, so
little
if it
critters,
kept
aren't
that
they?
seed, it would have brought it somewhere else.
That.
The
They
old
bury their
seeds.
food all over, so they often forget where they hide their reserves.
So there might have been a random patch of it from a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe on top of that
Bloom.
thing where
Yeah.
nobody would think to
A
look.
flower grown in my homeland.
Sorry, I need to see her fly again. That was pretty cool looking.
Sick. Hell yeah.
Blue moon weed? A flower grown in my homeland. They're truly beautiful.
This is
To be fair,
Bakugo's voice
They
actor, by
grow
the way.
pretty heroes too.
That's funny.
They grow
Okay,
pretty
range.
good heroes, too.
Yeah.
I'd like to show you them someday. Sure, if the chance arises.
And she was ready to go, but now she's cherishing that moment.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
I had
Gorgeous.
to find them here, but I wasn't expecting this. Seems the chance arose. At last. I can't believe that we actually found them. Now we can create a spell to conjure Blue Moon Weed. It's evident how important magic is to you. I don't understand why. Yes, you do. Becoming a mage was a challenge, but you never once wanted to give up. That's very different. I could have learned any other skill that allowed me to support myself, and been just as content. It didn't have to be magic. No. But it's what you chose.
Then why'd you pick magic?
That's what it is. Oh.
I guess you're right.
Blue mood weed. I thought I would never see it again.
Wow.
It looks
Awesome.
beautiful. Thank you for your diligence, Miss Frieren. You've ensured that time will never get the better of the statue again.
And now she can make that anywhere.
I nearly forgot. There.
A flower
A flower
crown.
crown.
An adorable touch.
Well,
Oh,
shall we be off?
Cute.
wow.
There we go.
What an episode.
Great episode.
I am loving this.
This is so
show.
fun.
The vibes are just immaculate.
Super great.
You have a complex spell indeed.
Fern, you know what to do, don't you?
Yes.
Whoa, look at the animation.
Whoa, the impact frames are
Then I'm going
sick.
to ask that
Whoa. She's been preparing her with the
Yeah,
same type of
yeah. I wonder what's next.
thrill. I do wonder what's next. This does, you know, I've heard before people say this is a lot like Avatar, Like it made them feel like Avatar
Totally.
did. And I didn't think it would be in this way. Like I thought it would be a similar story structure, but the idea of like wandering to new towns and doing like small little
Random
side quests.
adventures.
Yeah.
Where it takes you. Very cool.
And like beautiful, I mean, the animation
gorgeous
is-
animation.
Oh.
Absolutely stunning.
Like I just want every one of these shots just to be like my desktop background.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. But can't wait to see more of the adventure and more growth from Fern. Because growth.
Because ferns grow.
And they need a lot of
Like
water
the
to grow.
plant.
Like she
And
wanted to
humidity.
do a lot of magic.
Yes.
But we'll see what other lessons Frieren has learned and what she still has yet to learn. But thank you for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you enjoyed that episode and are excited for more episodes every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, they're all posted to Patreon and their extended full-length forms. And if you join the Patreon, you can also vote on what shows we watch next, support us as creators, ask us questions after every episode, so check it out. We have a lot to discuss, but before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
Thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to questions given to us by our amazing Patreon members. If you want to support us as creators and ask us questions after every episode and see episodes early, check out the Patreon link in the description below and start asking questions now. For now, let's go to question 1. All right, question 1. Olivia asks, you've probably noticed that this show measures time in years since Himmel's death. What significance do you think this detail has?
Yeah, I mean, I think it shows that his impact on her life was so significant, but also that his death specifically was impactful to her.
I agree. It's interesting that she's looking back on all these lessons throughout life that she's learned from him, but wasn't looking on those lessons in the time that she didn't go visit him, and only really realized how finite the life of humans is once he passed away, and it makes her look back on all that differently. So I think it just really changed her perspective, losing someone she genuinely learned to care about as an elf.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to Omni-Man, I'll say. It's very strange that, I mean, I guess it's both like immortal for the story type things, but like where like he didn't care about all the death that happened around him, but like when it was his son, it caused this profound change in his brain.
Yeah.
And I think that that's kind of what happened with Frieren, where like she's just altered her view of life, and that's represented by the years after Himmel's death.
Totally.
And Shield9277 asks, what do you think of the relationship Frieren has with magic in this world? And how do you think it differs from the other main characters we have watched from their own shows and with their own in-universe abilities? How do you think those differences will play a role in the story?
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting that she described it as just kind of like a collection hobby to pass the time, like not really a big deal, and likened it to the way that Fern chose a job is a job. I have to get a job, so it's a job, like, which is so interesting because I feel like so many of our other main characters love having powers. But it's just less boring to pick something and just collect it.
Yeah, and then the follow-up quote of like, but it could have been anything else. And then Frieren says, but I chose this. Like, what do you think of that in conjunction with that?
I think it's the like two roads diverged in a yellow wood. You pick one and it becomes special because you picked it, but there was nothing to differentiate it from anything else.
Yeah, I think that's actually a pretty apt comparison there. I also find
Robert Frost.
Yeah, and like we all, I mean, not everybody knows, but the paths weren't different. So that's what she's referring to is like that it's special because you chose it, not because it was different than any other. That's actually exactly what's going on here. Good one.
Thanks.
But that's one way to look at it. The relationship I was looking at was also about how she isn't obsessed with it. She distinctly is like asked like, why are you so like dead set on finding magic? Why does it bring you so much joy? Like, and she's just like, I'm not that obsessed with it. It's just what I chose. In conjunction with that, like, it's interesting not having some massive draw to it yet being so powerful with it.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling, like she said she could be saving whole cities. So like, I'm interested to see more of her perspective on why she doesn't use her power for those kind of things.
Yeah. No, I'm curious about that too.
Or if she does, and it like maybe sometimes she wanders to a city and there's a war and she ends it. You know, like maybe it's just kind of luck of the draw for her, and she knows that since she has so much time, her time is best spent not even traveling place to place, but just anything that finds her kind of doing it.
Interesting. Yeah.
I'm sure these hobbies kind of lead to greater quests oftentimes too, you know? Yeah. But definitely interesting. Let's go to our final question. Sparkle asks, what do you think of the fact that while Fern says that her relationship with magic is different than Frieren's, Frieren insists that it's one and the same? What does this tell you about both of them?
I thought that was super interesting, just because to insist so emphatically that someone thinks or feels the same way that you do, that's impossible to know. You can think that based on the way that, I don't know, if she had said, hey Fern, based on the way that you talk about magic and everything that I know about you, it really seems to me that we're the same. But to just say with certainty, no, we are the same. I don't know, I wonder how she as an individual who is so different from everyone around her can feel so confident that she is the same.
I actually think that it's not confidence. I think it is a newfound assertion she's trying to... She's
manifesting it.
That's what that sounded like, that we're the same. Like, no, we're not that different. Humans are not that different from me. Like,
okay.
We felt the same. Like, I think that, that's how it was. The fervency didn't strike me as confidence so much as masking confidence, because her confidence seems to be just all the time.
Yeah.
That was a moment where it was like she seemed to have to put that on.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I could totally see that.
Yeah. So that's what I made of that.
Very interesting.
Because it's the thing I wonder is how many elves are there? Like, has she not thought about just existing in elven kind? Where they all have the same
What's her issue with other elves?
Like, I wonder...
Do elves not hang out?
I don't know. Or maybe like maybe she's like the most human elf, and like even she struggles with this, so maybe the others like only hang out once every 100 years or something.
Yeah.
You know, like...
And that's like once a week to them,
exactly.
So it's fine.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, but I think it's definitely something she's trying to manifest in a way, or figure out why. I mean, she cried over... What did she cry over this episode? Oh, she cried because she thought the priest should have been making memories with Fern rather than making her more powerful. And like, she's making roses, so stop and make the roses instead of stop and smell the roses. I can't believe I didn't put that together. But yeah, something like that. But we'll see if it actually is the same, or like how her perspective continues to develop. But I'm loving the non-extreme need-based plot development, and instead like
there's no urgency.
A romp
I'm
where
obsessed.
You're just thinking about things. Yeah. We'll see what happens in the next episode, but are we excited for episode 3 of Frieren?
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.